I would like to thank organizers to provide this opportunity for sharing ideas and museum practices. The title of my presentation is Empowering Crisis-Affected Communities Through Museum-Based Initiatives in Iran. From mid-March to April 2019, widespread flash flooding affected large part of Iran, most severely in Golestan, Fars, Khuzestan, Lorestan, and other provinces. Unfortunately, many people were affected with over 60 reported deaths. Several historical and archaeological sites and monuments were also damaged. Times of crisis demand solidarity. Sharing resources, offering aid, and showing compassion to those facing challenges like natural disasters, pandemics, or social injustice is essential. As the 13th century Iranian poet observed, human beings are members of a whole, in creation of one essence and soul. If one member is inflicted with pain, other members uneasy will remain. If you have no sympathy for human pain, the name of human you cannot pertain. Museums play a crucial role in crisis response and recovery. 2 points in the ICOM Code of Ethics are relevant to museum action in crisis time. Museums should protect their collections against natural and human-made disaster. The second one is museums work in close collaboration with the community from which their collection originate, as well as those they serve. The concept of heritage has expanded significantly in recent decades. Let's explore some key perspectives on heritage. UNESCO's 2003 convention recognized the importance of intangible cultural heritage, such as oral tradition, performing art, social practices, rituals, and knowledge system. The cultural landscape perspective highlights the interrelationship between the cultural and natural elements. It emphasizes the dynamic interplay between human activity and the environment. The community-based museum perspective views heritage as a living tradition shaped by the community itself. It goes beyond the mere collection of objects. Heritage could define as a social construct that emphasizes the social and political factors that influence the definition, interpretation, and preservation of heritage. Power relations and cultural values play a significant role in sharing heritage. Heritage is deeply intertwined with the cultural contexts. To truly understand and appreciate it, we must consider the people, places, and practices that shape their creation. For instance, the original environment of the carpet and the community from which it originates are part of its values and require attention and care. Due to the widespread flash flooding in Iran from mid-March to April 2019, we decided to launch a campaign to assist flood-affected communities through museums, guided by the principles of museology. The campaign had two specific objectives. The first one is to raise public awareness of heritage environments impacted by the disaster and highlight the integral role of source community in understanding and preserving the heritage. The second one is to create a cultural platform within museum to provide financial support and necessary resources for community to rebuild and recover through the Red Cross and Red Crescent. This is also the main poster of the campaign. So let me go back, I think, by this. Okay. We had also three main messages for this campaign. The first one is flood-affected community are protectors of heritage. And then museum stand in solidarity with flood-affected community. And the last one, we have always been together throughout history. Several museums in Iran located outside of the flood-affected area participated in the campaign through various programs, including National Museum of Iran, Malik National Museum and Library, Neavaran Palace Museum, Golestan Palace Museum, Iranian National Museum of Medical Sciences History, Glassware and Ceramic Museum of Iran, Museum of the Islamic Revolution and the Holy Defense, Isfahan Museum of Contemporary Art, Khatami House Museum, and Iranian Museum of Print Industry. Some Iranian museums showcased collections from flood-affected regions in temporary displays. For example, the Neavaran Palace Museum organized a display of its bronze collection, which originated from flood-affected areas in Lorestan province. Additionally, the Glassware and Ceramic Museum in Iran presented a temporary exhibition of ceramic pieces from flood-affected regions in Gorgan province. The National Museum of Iran, as a pioneering and leading museum in this cultural campaign, organized several curatorial works on the theme of water and civilizations, as well as dedicated special tours and lectures on the heritage of flood-affected communities. The Malik National Library and Museum hosted an event featuring storytelling from the provinces of Golestan, Lorestan, and Khuzestan. 3 illustrations also were printed, were painted, inspired by those stories. These paintings were generously sold to raise funds for flood relief effort. Also, some tourism institutions and tour leaders organize public tours in museums and donate incomes of these tours to affected community. The Isfahan Museum of Contemporary Art, by inviting famous artists, a performance entitled Memories on Water at the museum to communicate the victims of the flood. Some museums expressed their solidarity with flood victims by designing a poster and sharing it on these social media pages. Heritage is a holistic concept interwoven with the communities. Museum can play a vital role in bridging the gap between communities and heritage. The cultural campaign, Museums Supporting Flood-Affected Communities and Heritage in Iran, highlighted the critical role of museums in time of crisis. Museums, as social cultural institutions, stepped up to support affected communities by organizing exhibitions, programs, and fundraising initiatives. Museums demonstrated their commitment to raising public awareness and empowering communities. Thank you.